And we are live. Welcome, mi gente. Welcome to On the Block with Jen. Make yourself comfy on the stoop.
Uh-oh.
Today I have with me comedian Carlos Anthony out of Las Vegas. I'm gonna
I'm
act like
here.
welcome, mi gente. Welcome to
What's going on here?
I always gotta tell my guests, man, the echo, man, there's something going on. Okay, so welcome comedian Carlos Anthony. As
Thank
you
you.
know, I always get right to the point. But first, how are you doing?
All is good. All is good. And yourself?
I'm really good. I can't complain. Well, I could complain, but I won't. Right?
There's no need in it.
Right? Because what's the good in complaining? So, okay, guys, what's up? Hello. Welcome to On the Block with Jen again. And today, I get right to it. Today's topic is why do nice guys finish last? Today's topic is why do nice guys finish last? Right? And here on the Block with Jen, I love a good definition. I love definitions straight out of the dictionary.
Let me turn my volume up so I make sure I hear this.
Okay, I'm gonna start with definitions. I like starting with definitions, right?
Okay.
The definition of nice, right, means pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory, fine, or subtle, right? That is the definition.
What was the last word?
Subtle.
Oh, okay.
Subtle, right? Like, oh, that was a nice way you said that, right? Subtle, right? It sounds like I don't even check off these boxes. But anyway, let's continue.
Go on.
Let's continue. So today's topic is, now I announced that I would let nice guys know why they finish last in the On the Block with Jen way, right? But first I want to ask you, comedian Carlos Anthony, are you a nice guy?
Based based on those definitions, I would say I covered probably 90% of those. Yes, I would consider myself to be a nice guy.
Okay, so you're a self-proclaimed nice guy.
Who is it?
Okay, all right. No, because sometimes people wait to be told they're nice, or because I think nice is a compliment, and I think calling yourself nice is like complimenting yourself. Is it not?
Really? No.
No?
It's okay to call yourself what you are, what you feel that you are. I believe that that's okay.
Okay, then let's explore.
Go right ahead.
So, fellas, okay, all the ones tuning in. The reason why nice guys finish last, here's my theory. I always have the Jen theory, and then you can give me your opinion, comedian Carlos Anthony. Okay, nice guys finish last because they're not really nice guys. They're assholes who can't take rejection and bait fish that they can't catch. That is my theory, right? And let me elaborate a tad, and then you can give me your opinion, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I feel like nice guys, they always say, like we see it a lot on social media, right? Why do nice guys date bad girls? Why is it that nice guys always finish last? Like, women don't appreciate nice guys. Women want the bad boy, the rapper. I literally saw a comment today where a guy said, women like the rapper type. So they don't appreciate a guy that's nice, right? So my theory is that men who are very, very square or corny or not up to par or in position to date a woman successfully, what they do is they date out of their range, right?
Mm-hmm.
They attempt to date women that are not on their level. Now, men hate when you say this, right? Because they're like, there's no such thing as a woman out of my level. There's no such thing as dating out of my range, right? And that's something that your mom tells you or your grandma tells you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like wanting a participation trophy. Sometimes you are not qualified to date the person that you are chasing. And just to keep it 100, right? I've been at certain times in my life, I've felt inadequate tangibly. I was like, well, what can I offer this person? Am I even mentally equipped to, add to a relationship? or help build this person up or contribute to this person? Am I even there, right? So if I can do it, right? If I can see myself in position in life where it's like, I'm not ready to share myself with somebody because I don't have much to offer, or that person is way ahead of me, right? Why isn't that men the nice guys, right? Because if you're nice, then you know also what's not nice, right? If you're claiming to be nice, right? So why isn't that men can't look at a woman, right, and be like, you know what? Oh, I'm not there yet. She's really fine. She's really hot, but I'm just not there yet. So I'm just gonna leave her alone. And what I think what men do is they try to bait that, and when they don't get it, they take it out on women in general and say, oh, women don't like nice guys, they like bad boys or whatever. And with that said, I will, in all fairness, some women like men. I mean, some women like men that are edgier, right? That are more, seem more spontaneous and adventurous, right? But then it's like, if you know that about women, why are you chasing her? Why don't you chase a nice girl? Why are you going after the girl that you claim likes bad boys or rappers? Nice guy, right? So, I mean, you can weigh in. That is my theory. My theory is that nice guys aren't really as nice as they think they are. The majority of the time, they're just assholes who can't take rejection, and no one is telling them that. But on the block with Jen,
Oh,
I'll tell you that.
okay. All right. So you feel the majority of
Yes.
nice guys aren't nice at all, that they simply can't take rejection. That's what you're going with.
Yes, honey. I think that
You have to pick up on the table before you respond.
yes, I think the majority of men, I say 99.9% because I like
99.9%.
yeah, we on the block, so you know we exaggerate on the block, right? So I'm gonna exaggerate.
That's a huge exaggeration. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say 99.9% of the men that proclaim they're nice are really assholes in disguise, wanting participation trophies from women that are out of their league. And men don't like hearing that women are out of their league, but it's absolutely true. Like, you're not gonna go try to get, listen, are you really gonna try to get a job, right? A corporate job at Wells Fargo with McDonald's experience? You wouldn't do that, would you?
Absolutely.
No person in there
But
right now.
a lot of women think that they are Wells Fargo. And that's part of the problem. You're not Wells Fargo. You may be a little bit upper echelon. You may be Five Guys, or maybe something along the Fuddruckers, whichever one you like. You may be in that range, and dudes think that they are capable of getting a Five Guys kind of girl. That's what it is. So you can explain that however you want. The reality to this is there are a group of nice guys that genuinely are nice guys. Are there assholes? Of course there are. But put those dudes in the asshole box, because those are the dudes that cannot take rejection. A nice guy, listen, man, we can take rejection 9 times out of 10. We're gonna move the hell on anyway, because we understand that there is a plethora of women around that we can get. So it doesn't matter what you, if you say no, then there may be someone else that really wants that nice guy. And here we are. That's all. It's nothing more, nothing less.
Did you just categorize women as Five Guys? Did you?
I did. That was the first burger joint that came up. There was a little bit upper scale than the McDonald's. In-N-Out Burger, is that what you want to go with? Five Guys, In-N-Out, Fuddruckers. I can't think of anyone else. It's another. Red Robin is another one. Some of y'all are along the Red Robin line.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, right? Yes, there are women, like there are men, who have grandiose, you know what I mean, visions of themselves, right? They think that they're more than what they are. But let's stay on topic here, right? Regardless of whether a woman thinks she's, you know what I'm saying, Ruth Chris, but she's really McDonald's, right? Okay. The man, the nice guy, felt like he can get her. So if she rejects him, he can't automatically default to, she must like assholes because I'm a nice guy. It doesn't make sense.
But there, here again lies the issue with that statement is, I don't believe that there are 99.9%, as you said on the block here with Jen, of dudes that default to saying, oh, she just wants the bad guy. She wants the rapper. No, a lot of those dudes are just like, all right, man, shit, it is what it is. So unless that's in that 0.0% that you're talking about, then that means that there are nice guys out here that can accept the no. The reality to some of us or the nice guy is that it's okay that you say no. It may be the fashion in which you said no. It's because a lot of y'all really do want something extra with your man. And that's cool, I guess, if that's what you want. If you want that,
can you elaborate on that? What you mean? We want something extra with our man?
Because most of the nice guys, as you qualified them earlier, and maybe I may have misheard you, said are square. They're not over the top. They're not at the bottom either. They're just right there in the middle. They even kill. A lot of people love excitement, including men. Let's be fair. A lot of people love excitement. And so when they don't get that, when they don't automatically see that in the nice guy or the nice girl, then they say, I'll go ahead and pass on you. I'll pass on you because I need a little excitement in my life. And here you are with the nice guy that just walked away that probably could have changed your life. You don't even know that much about him. You don't know if he has an edge to him because some people bring that edge out in you. So, y'all may be missing out when you sit up there and be like, oh, okay, I don't want him. He's too nice. He's square. Okay.
See, all right. But here's the thing. Now, again, I'm not gonna let y'all today. Let y'all live. Because you're trying to flip it back on the woman. Now, I didn't say that nice guys are square, or if you're square, you're nice, right? Because I think those are two completely different subjects. I said that guys that are square or corny, right? They fished in the wrong pond, right? That's not their fish. They gotta go get them a little guppy.
Who the hell just what pond should they go to? Is there directions to the correct pond that they should go to? Maybe they feel like
I think, right? Like I said before, even for myself, there were points in my life where I was like, oh, am I ready to share my life with somebody? Why is it that men don't understand that? Like if there is such a thing as out of your league, but it seems like men cannot accept that. That is true. It's just like little kids running a race. Everybody's not going to win. The winner's going to win. And
that is true, but if I don't jump in the damn race and run the motherfucker, then I ain't gonna have a chance of winning. You don't know if I'm going. If there's a chance. Now, if I've trained for this life. I've trained to be this nice guy. I've trained to do my woman right and treat her right and feel like that I'm going to be her upper echelon as well. Then you're goddamn right. I'm going to jump in the race and see what I can't win. I don't care if that race is at the top of the league. I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a shot. Why not?
That's the problem with men. Y'all just play numbers. See, I just play numbers. It's like freaking marlin fishing. You have like 5 hooks out and hope you catch something. No, bait fish that you can catch.
Listen, when you go fishing, and I know a lot of dudes do that. I will agree. They'll throw as much bait out as they can. But if you're trying to catch something, throw just one line out there. I'm going to throw one line out there, and I'm going to hope for the best with that one little line. And sometimes you're going to catch a little guppy. Sometimes you're going to catch them little fish that you did this swim around. You got to throw them on back because that ain't what I'm looking for. Not on my line. So then you have to go and keep fishing that one line. I'm just saying, everybody ain't out here. All the dudes ain't out here with every rod on the boat all out in the water. That's not how it works.
Have you seen Facebook?
It's a whole different animal.
Let me get back to something that you said, because you said, in all fairness, everyone likes excitement. Men do too, right? So I think that men are not owning up to that's why they chase that woman. The woman that appears to look like she's going to like a rapper or appears to look like she's going to like a bad boy, because that woman has a lot more va-va-voom and she looks edgier. So to the square guy, right, to the guy who's pretending to be nice, she's going to be more appealing than, say, a librarian who's more in his league, right? If you're a square guy, right, you need to fish down there is what I'm saying. Like, why are you going after, you know what I'm saying? It's like Urkel trying to date Nicki Minaj. And then when Nicki Minaj says, I'm not fucking with you, boo, then he's like, see, women just like bad guys. No, you weren't in her league. You got to fish, right? Where you're similar to that pond. You cannot bait fish you can't catch and then get mad at the woman when she rejects you, and then all hell breaks loose. I mean, how many years have we been hearing this? Women don't like nice guys. And I speak on balance all the time. Women like balance. We don't want to be treated badly. It's absolutely asinine that this narrative has been poured over and perpetuated that women want bad guys. Women don't want to be treated badly. We want a man with balance. And
nobody said that a woman wants to be treated badly, but the bad boy image comes along with excitement, like you were referring to, and all of that. So there is a level that women want to have that sort of excitement in their life. It doesn't mean that they want to be treated badly. That means that they want the excitement of, if this motherfucker gonna rock off, then I want to see how this goes. That's how it goes. That's a fact. That a fact, even like you're pointing out for men. Yes, the square dude wants to, 9 times out of 10, he wants the woman that provides a little something that he doesn't have. Opposites attract. That's fine. That's what it is. That's how life goes. It happens all the time. So why should that dude be delegated to just fishing in one type of pond? Now, if you know you were square, that you will not be able to handle that excitement that comes with it, you're talking about a whole different thing. So those dudes probably do get upset. I don't know why. But
are you a betting man?
No, not much. I play on the side.
Okay, you play on the side. So wouldn't a smart betting man, even one that plays on the side, wouldn't he play the game in a way where the odds are more in his favor or less in his favor?
Are you a smart betting man, even one who does on the side? He sits back and he watches. He's very calculated in the way that he approaches the game of what he's going to bet on. And then he takes a calculated risk, excuse me, based off of that calculation. So yeah, I would agree halfway with that. Yes.
Well, I think that the square guys take too much of a risk and then they end up disgruntled. That's my issue. Like, they end up disgruntled because that square guy can be looking for the square girl and be happily ever after, but he doesn't want that, right? He wants the girl that's exciting, except when he gets rejected, he sends all women to hell. But women get rejected too, and they don't say, oh, men like bad girls. And men do.
Usually women say dudes like the hoes. That's what they say. Is when they don't want the nice girl, then all of a sudden all dudes want the hoes. And that's not true either. And that's the same, to me, that's the same category you're saying for men.
Okay, but which have you heard more of though? Like the words nice.
Oh, that's good.
The word nice and guy, okay, are a daily occurrence.
The world is definitely changing. The world is definitely changing. I used to, back in the day, hear that more from women, and dudes like the hoes. Y'all not looking for a good woman. Y'all not really ready to settle down. Y'all don't want a good wholesome woman that can cook and she does this and go to church. Whatever the thing was, the package was. That was back in the day. Now the package has shifted dramatically. And I hate to agree with you on that, but it's a lot more feminine ass dudes than it is women these days. And they do feel a ways. I don't know why. I don't know where that shift occurred, but hell, it is weird.
I got an agreement. Ding, ding, ding.
I noticed I said halfway.
I'll take the half.
Okay, but it's happening. It is definitely happening, and you hear more dudes are being disgruntled now. What they got to do is get their shit together and start being concerned more with their damn self than they are about the women, and then the women will actually come to the nice guy.
It's like people forgot, build it and they will come, right? Build it and they will come. I think there's too much emphasis on, you know what I'm saying, trying to get sex, trying to get into a relationship, trying to be seen with a woman, trying to sometimes fill time, right? Because a lot of men are just not equipped to take, and I'm talking about men that, so, think of taking care of their families and their wives without, the 50-50 guys. That's a whole other subject for another day, right? But, men are not equipped. And I was like, I don't know. If I was born a man and had a penis, right? If I was born a man, let's just say, I'd be a fine man. But let's just say I was born a man, right? Just growing up, just from experience, just from watching relationships, just from watching men, all around me, just from watching stories, men that you don't know, celebrities, athletes, whoever, just watching men in general. If I was a dude, I would be like, I am not getting involved. Even if, right? Because I know men have supposedly a high, testosterone. They got to get, their penis into something warm, which is fine. But even then, I'm like, I am not committing to anyone until I am in a certain place. And I think that men use their penises too loosely in general, and penises end up, with families and bills and all kinds of shit like that. You making a face? What happened?
I'm listening. I'm soaking it in. I'm trying to see where this is going to the end, where this train is going to pull into the station. Carry on.
Okay, so I'm about to pull in right now. Okay. So my thing is that men are supposed to be, and then you can take it from here, but men are supposed to be head of household. Point blank, period. I know things have changed. I know men need that 50-50, so they got to put their hand and, in their little woman's purse and get, some cash to pay half the bills and half the dinner and, half the vacations. I know we're in a new age, but men are head of household. And I think as head of household, if that is your plan, you have to be well equipped to not only take care of a family, but keep your wife entertained, because we get hella bored too.
Well, see how we were riding on this track, and we was down this track, and this train was going down the road of, oh shoot, men and the nice guys, and then it veered into, oh, that 50-50 motherfucker is a bitch, ain't it? See how that roll? See how we riding up at a whole different station that we weren't supposed to be on? But I'm telling y'all, here's the thing: women find you or let me not even say find you, because here's my fundamental problem with relationships. I believe that men find the woman, and the woman accepts the man that she wants to be with. That is, y'all are spending so much time trying to find a man that motherfuckers cannot even have time to find you. And you miss out on the good guys because you out there looking at y'all are jumping around from pond to pond trying to find that good guy. Y'all missing out. Why don't y'all be still so we can find you? See, y'all swimming all over the place. See how that works?
Hold on. Wait a minute. See, I thought I was going to be able to get through this without taking off my earrings. But you
take them off if you want.
No, listen. You said we jumping pond to pond. We are in the pond. Y'all are the ones that are fishing.
Yeah, but you've seen a fish jump, right?
Yes.
Okay, you seen them jump. Have you seen them jump pretty high, right?
Once or twice.
Okay, so that means some of y'all have the capability of jumping so high you done jumped your ass into a whole nother pond. And see, that's the problem. Y'all can't even stay in the pond that you in so that we can find. So the nice guy, let's go back to that, can find you. Y'all jumping from pond to pond trying to see if it's a mother fish in that pond that you want to swim around with. Stay your ass still.
But we have to get away from women liking nice guys or bad guys. Can we just X both of those out? We don't want a nice guy. And I think that men, listen to me. I think that men get it in their head that it's like, she wants a nice guy. No woman on this planet wants a nice guy. That is bullshit. I'm a woman. I'm here to tell you. Okay.
What is your definition before you carry on? What is your definition of a nice guy? Or are you saying it doesn't matter at all? We don't want a nice guy.
Here's the thing. It's twofold. It doesn't matter at all, but let me tell you why. Okay? The definition of a nice guy. This is my definition of nice. What's in the dictionary, right? Pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory, fine, or subtle, right? That's great for like baking cakes. Right? That description is good for a souffle. This is a pleasant souffle. Like, ooh, the taste is so satisfactory, right? It's good for baking and souffles and shit like that. No one wants a human being in their life that is pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory, fine, or subtle all the time. That is a myth. It is a myth. It is a myth. It is a myth, right? And I always bring up, and people are like, why are you always bringing up? I always bring up the book 50 Shades of Grey because it is a perfect example of women wanting balance. That is what women want, balance. Get nice out of your head and get bad boy out of your head because both are wrong. They are so wrong. So then you have the quote unquote guy who thought he was nice. And then he gets his heart broken because he was fishing in the wrong pond. And then he goes all the way, swings the pendulum all the way to the side and becomes the asshole and starts playing women. And then he's not really happy inside, right? Because he thinks he's getting over, but no one's really happy playing other people, right? Let's keep it 100, women or men. That doesn't really make you happy, right? Fucking with another human being's mind, right? So we have to get away from women like want nice guys and want bad boys. We want in the middle. Right in the middle. And it is not easy to do. It is something that you have to practice. You have to get good at it. But if you're going into it like, I'm just gonna be nice and she's gonna want me, they done told you wrong, son. They done told you wrong, right? If they really cared about you, they would have told you, no, a woman wants balance. She wants a man that's responsible and loving and knows when to be sensitive and also knows when to put his foot down and be like, look, I don't fucking play that shit, okay? Like, there has to be balance. And the reason why, until I have another movie that I can refer to, the reason why I bring up 50 Shades of Grey was because he was a man who was financially stable, regardless of his tax bracket. He was financially stable, right? He was very romantic. He would send flowers and such, but every now and then, right, he had the little magic room where he took her in there, was whipping her butt and had the BDSM going and stuff like that. So he had the balance of, and let me just keep it simple. The freak in the sheets, that shit that men are always harping about, women need to be freaking lady in the street, freak in the sheets. And y'all know this because you're always fucking saying it. So what makes you think that women don't want the same thing? You stand a better chance. Forget trying to be the nice guy, and please forget trying to be the bad boy if you're not about that life before you get somebody killed, right? Like, don't stay away from both of them. So nice guys out there, drop your nice guy act, drop your nice guy narrative, and stick to balance. Practice balance. Get fucking 50 Shades of Grey. Stop thinking every movie's a chick flick and there's no info for you. There's a lot of info for you in 50 Shades of Grey. Women want balance. Women do not want nice guys. I'm saying it right here today. A lot of women won't admit it. Women do not want nice guys. Nice guys get friend zoned because nice guys are like what women like to confide in, and then you become big brother. You know what I'm saying? That's where nice guys go. That is where nice guys go. The friend zone.
Your recommendation is to find the balance between your nice guy and your freak in the sheets. That's your recommendation. Okay.
That was my total recommendation. I promise you will have success, right? Because the only thing I want pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory, fine, and subtle are my friends, my guy friends, and my souffle. That's it. I do not want. I don't want to sleep with this guy here, right? That's why they get friend zoned, right? So it's like, and that's the reason.
It's a lot of dudes in there. It's a lot of dudes in their friend zone. And if a lot of y'all women took a look back at your friend zone, you probably had that guy that you talk about with that balance. But why?
Not at all. Let me tell you something.
Why?
No, back all the way up. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because everybody I friend zoned, and I only friend zoned, I'd say 2 men in my life who, I mean, they're literally my big brothers. I've been friends with them God, going on 30 years now. 30 years. I'm friends with these guys, okay? And they're real friends because I know girls be like, oh, that's my friend, that's my brother, and it's just somebody that you hit a couple times back in the day, right? No. I'm talking about real friendship, never started out flirty, never. I'm talking about friends from the beginning and then until now. So no, you talking about if you look back in the, because that's another, we're gonna get into that one too.
Maybe not in your list, but there are women, maybe not in your list. You have a short
list. Let me finish my
list.
point though, because I didn't finish my point, because people are gonna be like, what was she about to say?
So go ahead.
My point was that I have never looked, not a one time, not on a slow night, not on a drunk night, not on a heartbroken night, have I ever looked at those two friends that I friend zoned and said, oh, maybe I should, I wonder what that mouth do. I've never looked at them like that. Like, these are really my friends. But then men will say, oh, she rejected me because I was too nice, and now she want to come at me with her 3, 4, 5 kids and blah, blah. That's another narrative that men run.
They want to come with the 3, 4, 5 kids for what? For what? Just to hang around?
No, I've heard men say on social media.
You're talking about later on down the road.
Yes, that women reject them, kind of like, oh, I was chasing you, because men never get over shit. Okay, we could break their
hearts now. Hold on. Now.
We could break their hearts in kindergarten, and y'all hate women forever, right? Okay, so
I don't know what kind of dudes y'all be around.
Whatever. They'll say, I've heard men say, okay, I'm not around them.
I don't remember the chicks' names in shit in 10th grade, let alone.
Okay, but we cannot deny here and now that there's not a plethora of men on social media, okay, who paint the picture of this woman that rejected him, this child, basically, because in high school you're fucking children. This girl that rejected him in high school, in junior high school, and then he saw her 40 years later, and she wants to get with him, and she has 3, 4 kids now, and now he's not interested because her life is fucked up. That's it's like, where does that happen? Because I had girlfriends, I have relatives. I don't know that
time heals all wounds. Time heals all wounds. And if you come around 10, 20, 40 years later, and now you got a whole basketball team of kids, no, I'm good. I'm perfectly fine. I don't need any of that. I don't want a basketball team anymore. I may have wanted it back then, but maybe now the time is gone. So that's it.
Okay, but why is it always said with such disdain? Like, why can't that person accept, right, that back then you just wasn't it?
Well, that sounds like a personal problem to me. If they can't accept, again, we have to go back to rejection. And I think men in this day and age have issues with rejection. I will again acknowledge that. I don't know why. I don't know where this began. I don't know where it's going to end. However, I do see that on a daily basis with social media, because dudes will be constantly hitting chicks with barrages of messages, and then when they don't respond accordingly, then they're upset. Why are you in your feelings? I don't understand, especially to people you have never even met before. So I understand that there's an underlying issue with regards to that. However, with regards to dudes being or feeling a certain ways about the chick that they may have tried to holler at 10 years ago or when they was in high school, I don't know. You'd have to ask a dude that feels that kind of rejection. Again, I don't remember rejection at that far back enough to see somebody in this day and age and be like, nah, fuck off. I ain't fucking with you now because you didn't fuck with me.
Normal people don't, because I saw 2 kids that I had crushes on in grade school. In grade school, I was a little girl, and I was like, oh my God, and I see these guys now. Yeah, they're fat and out of shape, and they just look horrible. But I was just like, oh wow, it's not something that I look back on like, you didn't want me back then. We were kids. So I don't understand why.
Did they try to holler at you though? And then you was like, nah.
No, we weren't into that back then. We was
Okay. So have you ever had that type of rejection where somebody back then
mm,
said something, and if you saw them today, and let's play two sides of the coin. They were fit, fine, and ripped up, and like shit. Oh, you actually look even finer than you did when you was there back then. Would they have a shot now? See?
repeat the question.
See? Oh, versus with the dude back in the day that told you no, that actually blossomed even more than when you did back then. And he
Uh,
tried to holler at this day and age versus the dude that you want to holler at back then, and he's fat and nasty, looking ugly. Who are you giving a shot to if that ever came up? Would you be like, oh no, time is here and I'm good on both of that, or no, I'm gonna see what this. I'm gonna see what's going on.
here's the thing. I'm like a little butterfly. So if I was ever rejected back then, and then he came back years later, whether he was fine or fat, I'm like, I'm done. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I was digging you back then, and time, like you say, not only heals all wounds, but pushes life forward, right? So I can't think of a time where I was rejected. And I'm not saying that maybe I don't know. I can't think of a time where I really liked somebody and I was like, hey, you know what I mean? And I was trying to holler and then they rejected me and then I saw them later on. Like, I don't. And
like you said, that's the most normal behavior. That's why I say I can't grasp the concept of being mad years or decades later about some shit that happened in preschool or elementary school or junior high school, college. I just can't wrap my mind around that kind of anger that you hold on to unless this is someone that you felt was going to be the love of your life. Now, how you knew that at elementary school, I don't know. But I may give you college or maybe in your early 20s or so. Mm-hmm. But elementary school, come on, man. Come on.
I hear men say it a lot, like, oh, I liked this girl back then. Now she got 3, 4, 5 kids. And I'm like, I think y'all are exaggerating because I've been a woman my entire life. I know lots of women. I have relatives, and I've never seen them experience that some man that they tried to get with a man that they rejected. I don't know how many years ago. I don't know what the statistic is on that. I don't know where these men get these stories from. Like maybe they're talking about back in high school and college, they thought somebody was fine. And then now the person is out of shape. But I'm like, to actually say, oh, I wanted to get with her and she rejected me and now she wants me back 30 years later. I'm like, who?
But you know what? The more I think about it, that's a pride thing. It's got to be a pride thing, especially now. Well, then and there now, because you had your pride, you got your little pride hurt because she didn't want you then, and now all of a sudden you're gonna buck up your pride when you see her with the 2 or 3 kids. Like you said, she may be out of shape. Life happens. Like things happen. So now, if she wanted to get with you, it's a pride situation for most men to be like, nah, I ain't doing it. Even if he was actually still feeling her, because dudes can see a woman that they were attracted to then, especially if it's a deeply rooted feeling for, and be like, shoot, I still would like to see where this went. But that hurt inside that mind goes so much further that they like, nah, my pride is in the way. My pride is in the way. So I've seen that happen a time or two.
So somebody will have been feeling somebody in high school, college, and then see them later and then be like, I would still like to kick it to her, but she rejected me back then, so I'm not going to holler now.
I believe that happens. I believe that happens because, especially for men, because we are very prideful. We are our emotions, whether we want to admit it or not, get involved with situations, especially rejection. If nothing more, it's about rejection. Once we feel like you have rejected us, then it's a whole different level of you hurt me, and now we have to take it to a whole different level in our minds, whether it's needed or not. And it's unfortunate because I think people miss out on a lot of good situations, letting their pride and their ego get in the way.
Yeah. Empires have been lost.
Of course.
Do you think that misogyny and patriarchy play a part in men thinking that whatever woman they target is supposed to automatically like them?
Of course. Of course, this is we're living in a society of misogynistic men, and that's a fact. And it's because it's been groomed year after year after year from birth. And so it's something that we continue to have, and until you get out into, and I've said this on numerous occasions with friends, and hell, we've had conversations about it before in terms of until men really understand how they are treating women and the way that they are treating women, it's hard for you to teach somebody else, especially your kids, your sons, your young men that are coming up, any different. And we see that all the time now. So society has taught men to continue to be misogynistic or be quiet about misogyny, which is even worse because it leads this situation to keep going on.
Now, what would you? How old are the boys? You have two boys. How old are they?
13 and 12. I almost lost track of the age. I don't know how old.
Yeah. All right, 13 and 12. So you spoke about, like teaching and how the narrative is perpetuated, the nice guy, the rejection, this, that, and the third. What would you do if one of the boys tells you, I really like this girl, and I was being really nice to her, but she didn't want to talk to me? What would you tell a 12 and 13-year-old about that right now? Because the majority of the time in this day and age, most men are gonna be like, fuck her, she ain't worth it, or blah blah blah. So how can we turn the boat around little by little? Because it's not gonna happen in mass. But what would you say to one of the boys at 12 or 13? Because little boys get their feelings hurt, with the pretty girl in class. So what would you say if they're like, Daddy, I was really nice to her and she threw my paper on the ground? What would you say?
Well, I've had that happen, and here's the thing: one, be open and honest with your sons, and tell them that this is how life happens. You are going to face rejection time and time and time again. The way you respond to it is important, and it's no different than with women. So in this particular case, when I had to have that conversation, it's move around. First of all, you too goddamn young to be even worried about chicks at this particular time. Get your schoolwork together. However, since you're interested, there are more women and there will be more girls that come across your life. You continue to be nice. You continue to be the young boy that I'm trying to grow you up into a man to be, and let that speak for itself. Again, have that, like you said, have that balance in that. But it starts with the way they see me respond to women as well. And I think that is the absolute key for any man that is raising a son or sons, is that you are a shining example of everything that they are going to be, whether you believe that or not. So whether directly or indirectly. So I would rather have a direct impact on my sons by letting them see that, shoot, I'm not going to be out in these streets running women down every opportunity I get, or having women in and out the house on any given day just because I want to show them how to be a man. That doesn't show them how to be a man. Matter of fact, in my opinion, it shows them how to be less than one. So you got to take some ownership. Men have to take some ownership in this problem, and especially now, especially with everything that's going on, take ownership in showing your young boys the right way to treat women. Period.
Now, I want to ask you two questions on that subject. Regarding the boys, how do you, because we're all examples to our children and our grandchildren, right? Mm-hmm. But there's only so much we can do. I really feel like outside influences are more powerful than we are at this point in time, because they're all on social media. Their friends are on social media, and their friends also have parents that don't necessarily think like you, right? A lot of knuckleheads are raising these kids now. So how do you balance the influence of social media in the world as it is, and the music with parenting, and trying to raise a decent human being that's not running around playing nice, right? Because we're on the subject of nice guys, playing nice guys, and then when they're rejected, becoming complete and utter assholes. How do you balance that with the social media and the peer pressure?
I think it's super, 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 super important to keep your kids off social media for as long as you possibly can. As long as you possibly, period. Keep them off of that, because there are plenty of things. Hell, we grew up not having social media and we turned out fine. The majority of us turned out fine. So to think that your kids cannot adapt to that same mentality is asinine. Away from social media as far as you possibly can. If you cannot, if you're one of those parents that think that, hey, shit, all right, social media is cool, I'll monitor it, I'll try to do that, then make sure you do exactly what you say you're going to do. You're going to monitor it. You have to police them day and night because it is out there. So it's kind of it's a very tricky slope, a slippery slope, excuse me, in this day and age, because it's so prevalent, it's so easy, it's easily accessible. You just have to make sure that you stay on top of it. If not, then you're creating a system where, like you just said just a second ago, that you're allowing outside influences to teach them more than you. And if that's the case, then unfortunately you're gonna get whatever they decide to choose down the road is what you're gonna have to deal with. So you might as well try to get ahead of it now.
Okay, so just to recap the topic, why nice guys finish last. My theory was no such thing as a nice guy. Just an asshole pretending to be nice, right? Who can't take rejection. Because I think nice guys bait fish they can catch, right? They fish in the nice pond because they consider themselves nice guys. Also, women don't want nice guys. They want balance. They want a guy with edge and a guy that's going to treat them right. Women want balance. Stop thinking that women want nice guys. So, Carlos, I'd like for you to, if you could, what advice would you give to these men who are claiming that they are nice guys but just turn out to be regular guys who can't take rejection?
My advice would be to get your life together. I read, and I say that jokingly, but I say that very seriously. Is take a step back. I think everybody at some point in life has to take a step back and try to figure out where they truly are in life, and try to figure out what's best for them and how they're going to move forward. Especially as men in this day and age, there is so much going on that you have to be held accountable, and you have to hold yourself accountable for how you respond to those things that are going on. So with regards to rejection, again, it's so, I guess I think in such simple terms, there are a billion or more people in this world. And if you are mad because one or two or three stops you from getting your dream date, then you have essentially have a bigger problem than that rejection. That problem is you.
Therapy.
You have to seek some sort of therapy, because it's I just don't understand it. Again, I can't wrap my mind around it. I've had rejection after rejection after rejection, and it's never been something that I took to years to get over, or instantly I'm mad at you because you didn't accept my position to come on over to this side of the world. I don't care. I don't care. So I would strongly suggest that either they seek therapy, get your life together, take a step back, and just realize things ain't that. It's not that difficult in the big scheme of things. Just take it one day at a time, and everything will work itself out.
Like my grandson says, relax.
Just relax. If everybody just relaxed, I think this world will be so much better. We got a whole different topics that we can talk about where people ain't gonna relax and they don't need to. But in life in general, people just need to chill out, man, and realize that things will work themselves out as long as you keep yourself straight. If you keep yourself under control, my thing has always been control the things that you can control. As long as you can do that, then you will be fine.
And also, I want to touch on the therapy thing. I don't say that lightly or jokingly. If you can't, a lot of people can't compute the word therapy. So I would say if you don't want to go that route, less time chasing women and more time making yourself a better person. Because once you become a better person, dating, whether you're a man or a woman, once you become complete and a better person, you're not going to have one iota of a problem trying to date. Trust and believe. Like, nobody wants the rusty penny. Be the shiny penny. You know what I mean? And that's the one people are going to want to pick up. But if you're a rusty penny, no one's going to want you. And that is a fact. So less time chasing women, for Pete's sake, and more time developing into a really real nice guy.
And now here's the beauty in this. Now is the perfect time for you to take time for yourself. Quarantine, and you ain't got time to be out here chasing booty down. It's well, who is online still chasing booty? You can't even go get yet. So study yourselves down. Everybody,
I call it the quarantine come up. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
The quarantine come up. While you're quarantined, it's time to come up. Like, you should come up out of this quarantine. There's a lot of ways to make yourself better. There's self-help books. There's men online telling you how to be better. You know, I found a site today that said Daddy. It's a site where a man who never had a dad made a site literally for other men to look at and other children to look at. You know, Daddy, how do I do that?
Oh, wow.
Or something like that. And he literally has videos of how to do man stuff, right? So there's help out there. There is help out there. Everything. So all right. Thank you guys so much for joining us on The Block with Jen. I kept it 100. I'm trying to help y'all out. Okay. So we're going to get off the stoop right now. I want to thank comedian Carlos Anthony for all his wisdom.
I appreciate you having me. Make sure y'all tune in on The Block. It gets real over here.
It gets real. It doesn't, but it gets dangerous on the stoop sometimes. But whatever. Stop bringing up my past. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell, or you're gonna miss me. And then you're gonna inbox and talk about when are you going live. I'm not answering you. So subscribe. Don't forget, you can also join my live stream. If you let me know ahead of time, I will have you on my panel, but you better come with it. All right, guys. So I'm out of here. Thank you, comedian Carlos Anthony.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody watching. Till the next time. Peace.